So for today's video, I'm going to be explaining how to use the arms the correct way when hurdling, right? So stay tuned. We're going to go through it. First thing first, you got to understand. If the right leg is the lead leg, the opposite arm will be your lead arm, right? So remember, this is the leg that drive into the hurdle. So this the arm that would also drive through the hurdle, punch through the hurdle, right? So if your left leg is your lead leg, the right arm would be your lead arm, right? Let's go back to this leg. If my right leg is my lead leg, then my right arm would be my trail arm. You know what I'm saying? If my left leg is my lead leg, then my left arm will be my trail arm. You get what I'm saying? And think about this, right? You know, when you sprint, you keep elbows bent, right? So your hurdle form should mimic your sprint form. You want to keep it as sprint like as possible. That make any sense, right? So when you hear, you turn back to running. You hear, you turn back to running. One thing I notice a lot of hurdlers go wrong is they arms is like this, they arms like this, they arms like this, they arms like this, they arms like this. They come off the hurdle like this. They decide to come off the hurdle. They come off the hurdle like this, like all over the place. When you hurdling, you want to keep these shoulders. You see your two shoulders, you want to keep them square. Because think about it, when you sprinting, right, you're keeping the shoulder square for the most part. So downside is when you're hurdling, you want to keep. My bad, I had a brain moment. So when you're hurdling, you want to keep the shoulders as squared as possible. So when you're hurdling, right, you hear, then you return back to running. You hear, you return back to running. Think about, okay, when your arm like this, your shoulder twisted, so you come off, right, you're going to be like this. A chain reaction, a domino effect, 1 or 2. I'm not the best at science, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. You don't want your lead arm to cross your body, right? So for me personally, my right leg is my lead leg, and my left arm is my lead arm. So when I hurdle, I would be like this, right? So think about it, if you sprinting like this, right, you hear. You want to keep the arms, listen to this, right? Please remember this. You want to keep the arms tight to your body when hurdling. Think about it, when you open sprint, right? You don't sprint like this, right? You don't sprint like this. You don't sprint like this. You don't sprint like this. You know what I'm saying? You sprint. Nice arm drop, elbows bent. So when you're hurdling, keep your elbows bent when you're hurdling, right? I wish I would have known this. Like, my track time suck, right? Especially my hurdle time. My hurdle time is awful because I didn't know none of this stuff I'm talking about on this video, right? At the time, I know none of this stuff. Bro, when you sprinting, you keep the elbows bent. So when you're hurdling, keep the elbows bent. You see? Both elbows bent. So you hear elbows bent. Keep this, okay, a secret tip, keep the trail arm. The trail arm is the opposite. I mean, my bad. The trail arm is the same side as the lead leg. So my right side is my lead leg. So my trail arm be my right side. So you want to keep this close to the body, right? You want to try to focus on keeping this at the hip. So you're running, this arm in the hip and this elbow bent. You got people that punch through the hurdle high. You got people up here. I mean, the lead arm varies person to person, right? There's just a few I know. So if you're hurdling, punch through, right? You don't want this arm across the face, like I said, throwing the shoulders off square, you come back like this. You want to punch and get back to sprinting like this. So you hear, you get back to sprinting. You hear, you get back to sprint. You hear, you get back to sprinting. You want to keep the arms tight to the body. So look, my arm's not away from you, right? They still tight to the body, especially this arm. It's at my hip. Keep your trail arm at your hip when you're hurdling. Or you can put it behind. I know some hurdlers put it behind them, right? So you could put it right here. You could put it right here. You could put it right here. I know people that I know people that got to keep it right here, right here, right here. But you want to keep this arm close to your body, right? Or you can keep it at your hip like this, right? Keep it on next to your leg. But don't let this arm get out here. Don't let it get right here. You want to keep it close. You want to keep it connected to your body when you hurdle. In this elbow, keep this elbow bent. That is literally all you need to know for the arms. The arms is not complicated when hurdling, right? If you have a hurdle coach, they should explain to you. Literally simple for arms. Keep the elbows bent. When you're hurdling, remember you sprint like this. So you want to punch through the hurdle. Don't let this arm come across the body like this because you'll be like this, right? You want to keep your shoulders square when you're hurdling. So what I mean to keep your shoulders square when you're hurdling? So if you hurdle, bam. You see my shoulders? Bam. Watch my shoulders. We like this. We like this. We like this. You get what I'm saying? You want to look at this arm, right? Look, my trail arm. You see, look how my trail arm moving. But think about it, you sprint, look at the trail arm. The trail arm will still be similar. So you're hurdling, you still here. So when you come out there hurdle, you get that leg. You come out there hurdle, you get that leg down. You shoot this arm through. Look at this. Bam. So we here. So boom, we here. We here. We here. You see, keep these shoulders squared, right? Because if you twisting and you all like this, you wasting time and energy. You want to be efficient as possible. You want to run as fast as possible and be efficient as possible. You want to execute. Execute, execute, execute. You do that, you have a perfect hurdle race. That's simple for arms. Keep the elbow bent, punch it to the hurdle, and when you come out the hurdle, come up. You want to come up, upright posture. So you come up the hurdle, you upright posture like this, right? Your arms, you sprint again, hurdle, sprint again, hurdle, sprint again. It's that simple. I wish I would have known this, but oh well, I didn't know it. It is what it is. But I'll give you the same information I wish I had. Feel free to reach out to me if you need any help with anything.